while in 2014, 15, 16, no one really wanted to touch offline marketing. And then all of a sudden, Machine Zone comes out of nowhere and they have a Super Bowl commercial. And then everyone's trying offline marketing. I'm curious your take on offline marketing.
Being a digital company, 80% of our spends were always digital. That's how it was structured. Because a lot of our users engage with us online, and they're usually the best place for them to convert is online. That said, we did have some investments in offline, but that centered more around partnerships and sponsorships. So for example, sponsorships of local events or sponsorships of moments when people interact with each other, sponsorship of fests or festivals, which is a big thing here in Australia. And that has got postponed. It hasn't got derailed at all, because we still feel consumers will come back wanting to interact in those occasions and build that network and come back and interact with friends and family. But obviously in the new world, that has got pushed out a little bit. From a digital space, I think we were investing a lot in search, whereas I think now there's a lot of shift towards social, towards platforms that organically are getting a lot more users. So YouTube, for example, has dramatically increased their engagement. And so that shift has happened within social and within the digital platform. From our perspective, we're just a very online heavy organization. We've always seen online conversions and engagement to be far more superior than offline engagements. And I think it's also a function of where we are in our life space, and how we want to build our users and which users do we really want to talk to.
But a lot of that, for the most part, is how do you know if it's really working, right? That's what it comes down to, measurement, right? We don't really do any offline MVU right now, primarily because we haven't run out of digital channels where we can still spend the money efficiently. Generally, at least my philosophy, and I've done offline, and I can tell you a little bit about. Offline obviously provides that halo impact that lifts all the other channels potentially with brand awareness. But in terms of like going to that first versus things that you can kind of measure and scale, until you sort of reach the tipping points where you've hit in degraded returns, for me it doesn't make a lot of sense to go into offline. But where I've had success offline in the past, and one area that I think that people should really think about now, like we're not doing it right now, but it's something that I've got my eye on, is podcasts. Because it's not going to work right now because a lot of people are obviously stuck at home. But people like me, and there's a lot of people that just commute to work, and generally those commutes are like 1 to 2 hours each way. And podcast is a way to really get your message out to the right people. And now there's so like I was doing podcasts back in like 2012 or whatever, 2013, but now it's more sophisticated in terms of the measurement and in terms of the targeting that you can get with podcasts. So that would be one channel that I would consider as an offline channel today. The other one that I used to do in the past, and to what George was saying, the rates are really down probably now, is direct response TV. That's another channel that you can kind of do, and there's ways to really measure that based on where you get clearance, and if you want to do it based on sort of local markets or not. Radio used to be another one that I used to do in the past, but now I feel podcast is really kind of taken over from radio. So yeah, and print ads, previously, I worked at one of the startups that was owned by a lot of the, it was a joint venture by all the publishers. So we used to get free ads to get into the print magazine. So it was great to take it for free. But to be honest, once we measured it, it wasn't, I wouldn't have paid the CPMs that you have to pay on that stuff.
Most share of our offline marketing goes to TV commercial, and hopefully it's going to we probably, because you mentioned that no one goes out right now, and it's useless to get out of home campaign or whatever, or billboards or whatever. So we of course cut offline activities, mainly offline activities. Even we are expected that TV commercial cost will be cheaper than before the crisis because of this shifting. and we're gonna allocate this budget to online marketing.
More than 80% of our spends are on digital and social, and there was very little. There's really very little that we do, which is offline. And again, similar to what you said, Vandana, the offline engagement was mostly on-ground activation. So whether we were doing something in universities or being part of events happening on ground, not large sponsorships as much, but being in office spaces, being in small fests or game events where we get to interact with customers. I think those interactions for the time being are stalled. We don't have those offline interactions. But what we've successfully managed to do is turn some of those offline experiences online. So, for example, we partnered with a couple of our local clubs and pubs here to create the hand wash challenge. It's something that we ourselves didn't have to do it, but our partners are doing it, and we could leverage it for our customer base as well. So we have managed to reach out to more of our partners. We work with Deliveroo as well on your 18 dirhams meal campaign here, trying to again tell our customers offline it's not happening, but online there's so much going on. Take advantage of it. The other thing is, most of the times we are caught up trying to talk about our exclusive offers, but one thing we managed to do was say, this is the time there are offers all around. So many brands are trying to, across categories, are trying to bring customers online and get them to shop. So there are deals in abundance. But it takes a lot of effort to go and search through each of it. So we, my team actually put together a whole A to Z deals guide. And these are not deals which are exclusive to Live customers. These are just deals that are out there. We've just, aggregated all of it for you in one place. It's on our website. It's in our app. You can just go in and take a look. Of course, if you end up using your debit card or your credit card from Live while you're shopping for it, it gives us an advantage. But at the same time, it didn't cost us anything. There was no effort required to go and strike individual deals or pay for those offers. These are there. We just bring it to you in one consolidated place. But on offline, no. That will have to wait for now.
We were doing offline before, but now we are not doing any more offline. We were doing very less, but like offline was what we did interestingly is guerrilla marketing. What we did a contest with our top streamers and top gifters. So so every person who gifted got a lucky draw raffles, right? Yeah. And whoever the top streamer and the top gifter gets a BMW. Right. Okay. So
is that lucrative enough in Germany?
Yeah, we partnered with BMW. So we gave them Mini Cooper actually. So this was actually a very guerrilla marketing, because the person who won was the gifter was a nurse, and she was around this. She was helping these COVID patients, and she was a nurse basically. So that created a very good positive vibe. And then second thing what we also are doing is in our community, in Dresden, where we have places where we have our old stuff or the essentials that we probably don't need. We just go and drop it there, so that people who need it can